Welcome back to Couch to Marathon, and let's get into episode 5. This will be a catch-up run through the rest of this week's action, continuing at Wednesday. It should obviously actually have continued with strength training on Tuesday, but by the time I got to the end of a busy day, I really wasn't feeling on top form at all, and decided to take more of the advice from Angie and Trevor at Marathon Training Academy by listening to my body and taking a rest break. Wednesday saw me feeling much better and more energised. I didn't manage such an early start as before, but even so I was on the interval run by 6:51 and covered 5.18k over the 40 minutes of the session. This was the interval session, and I had really not been looking forward to it. As it turned out, I managed it quite well, to the point that I had held back a bit too much, and next time we'll be committing a lot more to it. Overall, I managed to stick with the heart rate zones as needed and came away at the end feeling strong and very chuffed with the result. I had a hospital appointment around mid-afternoon on the Wednesday, and Jane suggested that as I wouldn't be able to drive, we should walk down to the hospital and back. I confess I was delighted by the idea, and altogether we made a round trip of about 13k and spent approximately 2 hours 50 minutes enjoying the walk, the very civilised views and each other's company. The final session for Wednesday was the dynamic mobility exercises, which were reasonably challenging, but I felt the benefits of the stretches after the run and that round trip walk. Thursday saw me completing the strength training, delayed from Tuesday, along with a static mobility session, which again felt very good, especially as I followed it up with a session with the foam roller. Total bliss. Friday saw the second of the medium runs for the week's programme and came with some nice and some not so nice results. On the plus side, I covered 7.28k in just 55 minutes and 13 seconds. Pretty pleased with that, and maintained the heart rate zones fairly strictly throughout. The average heart rate ended up as 114, and I felt great right up to the last few seconds of the cool down. As I was relaxing and finishing up the session data on the V800, my left knee, which had been twinging again, started screaming really loudly and threatened to let me down altogether. It was a nasty sharp pain which immediately slowed me to a hobble. Although I was pleased with the data from the run, the knee left me feeling pretty deflated, especially with the long run due on Sunday. Rather than whining too much about it, I set to, with the help of Jane, applying ice packs and gently trying to work it to ease the pain. It took a good few hours to ease up, and for a couple of them I wore a knee brace I'd used for previous injuries. By the time the evening had rolled round, I was experiencing discomfort when walking, but nowhere near as badly as at the end of the run. At this point, I believe the Sunday long run is still likely to happen. I'm planning to do a separate full report from the first long run, knee recovery permitting, to wrap up the first full week of the Polar training programme for the 21k half marathon. Would love to hear from all of you in our community here at Couch to Marathon, along with any friends you can bring along to enjoy the challenges and the fun. So that's it for now. Take care, be strong, stay focused on your goals and targets, but most of all, enjoy the journey.